So how long does it really take to start a Faceless YouTube channel and monetize it to start making money in 2025? Well, I'm going to review the exact blueprint I used back in 2024 to start a Faceless channel in a very profitable niche, which I will reveal in a bit, and get it monetized in just 90 days. Well, what it takes to grow a successful Faceless channel and what it would take this year is to follow a blueprint that has helped others grow instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. So let's get started right now. Before you start a Faceless channel, you need to understand that every market, every category, every field, or every niche, as we usually call it, is not the same. They vary both in size, in scope, in behavior, in culture, in their demographics. So we need to understand this. So when you watch videos and gurus are telling you that you need to niche down, that the riches are in the niches. Well, I do not quite understand why they would tell you that, because the gurus and the experts that you watch, especially those who have Faceless YouTube channels and you watch them, if you observe closely, you will find out that the majority of them are not even niching down. The majority of these people had a very broad niche that they publish videos on, and over time they keep expanding into some adjacent niches that are not even so tightly connected to what they started with. If you go back to some of the channels you enjoy today in the Faceless niches, Magnets Media, Finance, How Money Works, so many of them out there, you will notice that these are all broad niches. They are not targeting a very small niche. If you're just getting started and you decide to niche down in a very small corner, you're going to grow very slowly, because the TAM, the total addressable market, the size of the audience that you're targeting is quite small. So even if you pour out your heart and produce a great video, the people that you're going to reach is still very small compared to where you pour your heart and create a video in a very competitive, saturated niche. Your mindset should be that if the algorithm puts my video to the right audience, then I have a large pool of people who will watch my video. And because there's a large pool of people, if just a tiny percentage of that large audience watches my video, YouTube will have no other choice than to push it to even more people. But if you create a wonderful video that is well edited on a very powerful topic in a small niche, well, when YouTube pushes it out to the right people, which is very small, those people will enjoy it, and YouTube will also push it out further to another smaller audience. And at the end of the day, if your market size is 100,000 people and you get 3% share of that 100,000 audience, how many is it? That is just nothing to write home about. If your target audience, your field, your niche, the category you've chosen is broad enough and wide, it means that even at 3% of 1 million, let's assume you had a potential 1 million viewers that are waiting for your video. If just 3% of them watches your video, we are looking at about 30 to 40,000 viewership for your video. And this was exactly how I got 30,000 views on my very first video in my Faceless channel. Why? Because I was targeting a broad audience. And I promised to review my niche to you. I'm in the finance and the wealth niche / business. So I talk about anything from business comebacks, scams. I talk about business stories, entrepreneurs, family business, legacy, luxury life. Those things are all connected. So I'm not bottled to one small niche. That is why in my channel, where I talk about finance, I talk about luxury life, I talk about entrepreneur stories, I talk about company bankruptcies, I talk about all of those things, because those who are interested in investments are also interested in not losing their money. They want to be very careful with those who are scammers. All of those things are areas of interest. I think I've hammered this enough. So make sure you choose a broad audience, a broad market when starting a Faceless channel, just like health, finance, relationship, tech. These are broad niches to begin. The second stage is for you to choose topics. So there are two categories of videos you're going to be publishing on your channels. There's the core and there is the gateway. The core is that area, that specific area where you had in mind, that small niche. Maybe if in my finance and wealth news, I could just target personal finance or minimalism, just that small area. So that is my core topic. So I will be publishing those core topics to nurture the audience that are interested in that core topic. But I will also be publishing videos that are gateway. If you look at the funnel, the sales funnel, I'm sure you have seen it. The top of the funnel is very wide and then it gets narrower until it gets to the very bottom that is high. So that high bottom is the core. At the very top is where we have the gateway. So the topics you're going to be covering here are those interesting topics that everyone, regardless of their specific interest in your niche, will be interested in. If it's in the finance and wealth, you talk about FTS, crypto crimes, any recent financial crime, you need to cover it, because a lot of people are interested in what just happened in that space. Those people may not be interested in investing money in personal finance, in minimalism, but they are interested in that finance. And from that large pool of audience, you get a portion of them to become your core audience. So you publish gateway videos. That's exactly how Magnet Media and the rest does it. They publish gateway videos that pull a lot of people, that appeals to a large audience, including mommies, daddies, kids, teenagers, Gen Z, millennials. Whatever video you publish will appeal to them because they want to know, they want to learn. And then you can now bring them into the funnel and begin to nurture them into different categories of your core topic. This is how you build a loyal fan base, by talking about the core, but you are going to bring them in by talking about broad topics that they are mostly excited about, trending topics, evergreen topics that everyone wants to know about. If you're looking for profitable niches to start with Faceless channel this year, there will be a link in the description for you to download a PDF report. It is completely free. There are over 100 viral niches that you can pick from.